made banana bread and banana and pumpkin chocolate chip cupcakes. So that's how they turned out. They look really good. I did steal one, so I'm gonna try it. See how it tastes. Good morning. It's Sunday. I painted this yesterday using like scrap paint and just scrap canvas. I'm still waking up. You can't tell. As I was saying, I painted these little faces, just sort of using scrap material, and it was a big hit on my Instagram. One of the reasons I wanted to just play around, because I put a lot of pressure on myself when I'm doing paintings like this one, like something big, and doing this showed me a few things. One, I definitely need a lighter base. I definitely need a lighter underpainting and base. I'm making mine way, way, way too dark and definitely not neutral enough. So I'm either gonna go with just painting on a sanded canvas, like right when it's just perfectly gessoed and sanded, and just paint onto the canvas, or I'm gonna do a light base like this. Depending on the skin tone, I'll just go like a few shades lighter, just because I think the base that I'm putting now is perfect for darker skin tones. But like Mia, the one that I just did, that one is a more pink, red, pale skin tone, and I made like a blush underpainting, and it just didn't work. I do need to do a base though, because this canvas has little, I don't know if you can see, it has little specks, and I don't like that. So yeah, it was a big hit on my Instagram. I'm glad I did that and posted it. I mean, it's beautiful, little pieces. So yeah, I'm gonna make another canvas today and find a reference photo and start again. I don't think I'm gonna start the actual painting today because I have a few things I want to get done. I do want to reorganize my drawers like I talked about. Yeah, I'm tired. I had a bad night. I had so many nightmares. I'm wondering if you can even hear me right now because I'm talking so low. It was just nightmare after nightmare. I couldn't sleep. And that happens sometimes. I struggle with PTSD, so I sometimes have really bad nights. But when I first got, nothing like when I first got diagnosed, that was a really bad time. But yeah, just a bad night, and I need to keep busy, be creative. I already fell asleep again, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to fall back asleep. I don't want to waste the day. I am really tired, but yeah. So I'll show you what I'm eating. I'm eating pumpkin pie, overnight oats. Oh wow, look at that color. Looks like vomit, sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm eating. And I'm gonna start my Sunday. Alright. See you in a bit. Okay, I have about an hour and a half until therapy. So this is one of the pieces that I'm gonna cut. My canvas is 18 by 10, and this other side of the piece of wood is just like short 1/8 of an inch to being 18 inches. So that means I can't just cut this and then it'll be 18 on this side. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be 17 and 7/8, I think. So I have to cut a whole other piece, and that's not my favorite thing. I do plan on labeling every piece that I cut, so that way when I go and pull for another piece, I can just know what the measurement is. And that way it'll like save me time in the future. I have some other pieces of scrap wood in my garage that I'm going to label as well. So yeah, I'm gonna make these cuts. Hopefully I can do it within an hour and a half. I have therapy soon, so I have to do this before that. No, I don't have to. I want to do this before that, just so that once I'm done, I can staple my canvas and start prepping to paint. I'm doing another Mia Goth painting. This is going to be Mia Goth in X, because the first one was Mia Goth in Pearl. And I showed you earlier the little scraps that I painted. I'm going to try and do that style for this upcoming painting, because I really do like it, and honestly a lot of people on my Instagram really liked it. So if you are not following my Instagram, you should. I post pretty frequently. I would say maybe like every time I'm painting I'll post there, and that's usually like a few times a week. I paint my process. I show my process throughout on stories. So yeah, if you want to follow me there, you should. I will link it down below, and yeah, let's just get these cuts going. So okay, I'm going to talk your ear off for the next 10 minutes. What else is new? Hopefully you can't hear my dishwasher in the back. It's currently doing its thing. I I don't even know where to begin with these Mia Goth paintings. I have so many thoughts. Okay, first, painting movie stills is so difficult for so many reasons. And a big part of it is getting that reference photo and hoping to God that it's not super pixelated so that I can use it is so difficult. Next, it's hard to capture a moment that is so fleeting. So usually when I'm looking at movie stills, I want to capture a scene where it's sort of exactly as you see it, like a still. It's not only a movie still, but the character themselves is still, or at least not moving too much. And because that's what I want to capture when I'm painting. So right away, that was an issue with this one. I do feel like I captured the stillness and the sinister vibes of this painting, but I don't think it looks like Mia Goth. I had such a hard time, and I don't know if this is like the lack of her not, she just, you know, she doesn't really have eyebrows. She's beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, but her eyebrows are very, very thin and very, very light. And eyebrows obviously make a huge part of the face. So when I finished, like I'm showing you here, that was as good as it was going to get. But I am really proud of it. I was able to get like the eyes, the shadow in the water. I don't think it looks like water, but that's what it is if you're wondering. She's laying in water. I was showing you my reference photo. And then I did give you a look into my palette. My palette I don't think is big enough, but I can't tackle that issue right now because I don't have the space. So, you know, it is what it is. This was just really hard, and also capturing her skin tone was really difficult. Almost like a pasty white with like blue green undertones. I really wasn't sure. It was so hard. But I was really proud of this one, and I loved the way her nose turned out and her lips, because that took me like the longest. And then I moved on to a different, so this is Mia Goth as Maxine in X. And yeah, you can totally tell they do not look alike at all. It just looks like, I don't know, whatever. I know what it is, you know what it is, or what it's supposed to be. And, you know, we're just gonna leave it at that because I did try my best. And it was kind of fun painting the reflection of her face in the water, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, and then in the next painting, it was Mia Goth as Maxine. Now, I redid this. I did this one with a blue-gray background, and I had such a hard time. I had to scrap it, so that's me tearing up the canvas. And I was able to do a color match of the actual color of the fabric of my canvas. And I was really, really proud of that. I'm going to keep doing that going forward. I even wrote down like the recipe for that. It's 2 parts gesso, 1 part water, a dot of yellow, and 2 dots of brown, just to get that creamy beige color. Right away, I realized my biggest mistake is not doing a drawing. I don't know what I was thinking. I totally forgot. No wonder I couldn't get her likeness. I couldn't get anything right in this photo because I didn't draw. And drawing is my strongest suit. I don't understand why I skipped such an important step, why I didn't realize it. I mean, I guess in the painting previous, Mia Goth and X, it wasn't a drawing, I painted, but I didn't do that with this either. I didn't paint or do some sort of drawing at all, and I just regret it because I wasted such a perfect canvas. I can't even tell you guys, the tension on this canvas was immaculate. It was everything I've always wanted. And I wasted it. So there's that. I have to be okay with failure because I failed. I am not proud of this painting. I am not proud of it one bit. The only thing I'm proud of is the canvas that I was able to build and the frame that I was able to build. Other than that, really not much. I hate it. I hate it. And I can't believe I made that. I don't know if it was just like an off day, not having the drawing. I was looking at the wrong reference photo for like most of it. I ended up having to wipe away her eyes, like most of her face actually. I started over. So technically, if we want to get technical, I think I did this 4 times because I just couldn't get it right. And sometimes you don't. That's what I'm learning with art, is that sometimes you don't get it right. It's not what you wanted. You painted. All you did was paint. And that's what I did. All I did was paint. I didn't capture likeness. I didn't capture what I felt like was the most important thing when it comes to Mia Goth, and that's, you know, at her actual face. This just looks like a random Barbie doll. I don't know. I hate it. But I'm putting it on the internet because it's important that, you know, if nothing else, I painted. I learned a few things about color mixing. I created a beautiful canvas to paint on, and I'm going to recreate that again and again and again. But yeah, it's okay to not get something right. I certainly tried. I took 4 times to do this painting, and then at the end, you will see I did a pencil sketch of her face because I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take feeling like I failed. And what's funny is, like, that's not the purpose of art. Art is to create, and if nothing else, I painted. And I expressed myself. I spent time. I gave myself something that I liked to do, and I did it. And yes, personally, I don't think I did a good job, but there's always the next one. So, and certainly because I started over so many times, I thought I'd have a chance to at least create something that I'd be proud of, but ultimately, no. I mean, whatever I created came out pretty, but not Mia Goth. And also, like, I think it's because I love these movies, and so not being able to get her face right was really hard on me. Like, these are my favorite movies from A24. Well, some of my favorite. Obviously, it started with X, and then went to watch Pearl. And I actually watched Pearl alone here at home. Oh my god, it was so good. And then I watched Maxine maybe like a month or 2 ago. I don't know. I watched it recently. And yeah, I love it. So not being able to create something that I'm totally happy with, especially with paint, was really hard on me. But sometimes you just have to learn the lessons. And you'll see my palette in a sec. It's insane. Insane. I need a bigger palette. So there I am, redeeming myself with pencil. I hope that, if nothing else, you learn from my mistake. If you're new at painting, just do your drawing. I don't know why I skipped that. If you like this video, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're interested. I do a lot of videos like this where I talk about my process and my mistakes and the good things that happened. So yeah, enjoy. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!